Welcome to another episode of the Book Club. Episode 15, actually.
Episode 15.
Episode 15.
1-5.
Now, if you were to, here on the Book Club, what we do is we give our review, our idea of things that we come across. So for about the in commemoration of episode 15, 'cause, that's about almost 3.5 months, almost 4 worth of content of doing the show, of getting these episodes with a lot of music. Are there any that stick out to you as your favorite? How would you review the first bit that we have of this season?
Sure. Yeah, there are a lot of favorites there. I think our first one with Big Sean's Finally Famous is a classic one, the Bay Area one.
Right.
And
right.
Honestly, I think we've offered a lot of variety in terms of, doing times, 2005,
Right.
locations, record labels. So there's quite a few, but I think that first one, especially because this is the first season, that first one's going to be always unique and have a special place,
Absolutely, right. And what's cool about that being first is it allowed us to, as the season progressed, continue to give our flowers to Big Sean. He appeared as a guest feature, just had lots of references here. We love you, Big Sean. He's definitely in the Book Club Hall of Fame.
Absolutely, no pun intended. Hall of Fame.
I think mine would probably be the Bay Area episode.
I
think
absolutely.
that is the most fun. Always have a good time.
Yeah.
But I think the most fun that we had with the chat.
Yeah.
I would say. It was kind of cool to see you guys.
Our audience really carried that one.
You helped us put together the Alien Bay Area playlist. Of course, the aliens will be. You guys made the Bay Area proud.
And what better way to make a Bay Area playlist than a bunch of people from the Bay Area to give to the aliens?
Absolutely.
Some lucky ass aliens.
It was a very, very on point. Yeah. And then top 3, I think, is 2005.
2005 was a good one.
It was a good blast from the past.
I like that it's the very first time that we tried variety and something different rather than album after album. Yeah.
But we loved the albums, and last week was
core.
One of our favorite albums to enjoy because I hadn't listened to this Billie Eilish.
Oh yeah.
I think it's called Don't Smile at Me, something like that. And at first going into it, it's like with that kind of title, there's a lot of edgy and power to that. You got to back that up.
Yeah.
You got to back that. And you know what? If Billie Eilish tells me to never smile at her,
I'm not smiling.
I won't.
I'm not. There's nothing to smile about.
I was impressed. Any afterthoughts you had of the Billie Eilish?
No. I think it was a great album, great debut. I really do want to listen to her next album sometime soon. I think it'll be worthwhile. Something I'm looking forward to. Excellent album. I'm just so impressed that these young kids,
Like 14 or something has
14,
started working
16,
on it,
whatever
right?
it is, just putting out
amazing.
very mature,
right,
well-produced music.
To start off to give it away a little bit, you can see right here we're doing the Cilvia Demo.
Oh yeah,
by Isaiah Rashad. We'll get into that a little bit later, but right now let's start you off with new release Friday.
Hot.
That shit hot off the press. These all came out tonight. Off the top, Timo said, "Middle children never get no love. Always the first." That's true.
That is very true. Yeah.
It is. The first one's always gonna be special. You know what I'm saying? Like it always is. The middle really doesn't because we didn't go to like memory wise. We didn't go to the second episode. Like actually, the second episode is my no.
Yeah,
that was good. It was a Jeezy.
Jeezy was really good, but.
You get better kids,
I guess,
as you go. You want to if you're going by book club standards, you want to be the 11th kid. That's the sweet spot. That's where you can start overcoming the older child. Right around
just be cute.
11. Yeah. Exactly.
Timo speaking from experience, though. He's the middle child himself.
It is. I think J. Cole is too.
J. Cole and Timo. There we go.
There it is. The first J. Cole team. Are they the same person? I've never seen them in the same place.
We need a middle child episode. All the middle children.
Just bring them on.
Come in.
Right.
We're just going to talk.
Montel style,
round table session.
Right. Round table discussion on middle child. Oldest?
I'm the oldest, just the two of us. So I could never be middle in a sense.
Right.
Just because I'm too,
Hey, I'm oldest
I
too,
know,
though.
you are,
so, This is a oldest sibling approved show.
But your brother would be middle child, yeah?
My brother would be the
There we go.
youngest.
Get him on
Yeah,
here.
my,
Oh,
my sister,
youngest.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
My sister actually just had a baby. Shout out
Ooh,
to the baby.
congratulations. You're an
Yes,
uncle.
I'm an uncle now. Yeah.
First time uncle?
First time uncle.
What?
So I get a
Congrats.
little slash, like
Hey.
officially slash. You know, it's like son, brother, uncle. I'm starting to fill them out.
Oh
you
my
know?
God. Boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Girl.
It's a
What's her
little
name?
girl. Milo.
There we go.
Little baby Milo.
Baby Milo.
Shout out to you. Hey, we need to get you on the book club.
Get us some bait with the Baby Milo on it.
Tell us about your first song you ever listened to in your life. Like, let us know. I guess to be the first song.
Baby Shark review?
It's like before. It's like what was my sister's heartbeat slapping like?
Oh, that's right.
You know, like what was the how was that beat? Like how was that classic Metro? She's like, you know what? It's actually Timbaland's gonna do the remix to that actually too. So it could have a little competition.
I like that. I like that.
What we will do is we're gonna go through those songs today. The first song we have, we actually have a little thing that we're gonna start
Got a little
doing.
theme.
The new release. Go ahead and let them know what the new release is.
So the new release theme will be names, full names, just first names, whatever it is. And luckily, we had enough new releases this week to fill out those slots. And the first one we're going to start with is Griselda Affiliate.
Right. No. Actually,
Oh.
we went alphabetical order here.
No, that's right.
This is from a band called Dry Cleaning. The song is called Gary Ashby. And I'm going to be honest, and that's why I like us having like a theme to it, is when music comes out, it's still kind of limited in the amount that comes out. So when it was like looking for a name, I was just scrolling through every new album, and anything that had a name was going to stick. So I don't know anything about Dry Cleaning. I have no idea other than it says alternative rock, Gary Ashby. Do you know who Gary Ashby is?
I do not whatsoever. No clue. I don't know if he's fictional. I don't know if he's real.
This is what I've heard.
Uh-huh.
This is what I've heard. All right. I've heard that Gary Ashby actually hosts the Trapper of the Year Awards every year in Atlanta.
Ooh.
I've just heard. Could be like this the same name that it is, but he would be good to have for to let us know like how the criteria for Trapper of the Year is.
What it takes to win consecutively.
Right,
How to
right,
get
right.
invited. We got to get Gary Ashby on the show then.
A round table of Gary Ashby and Young Jeezy. You know, the one who hosts it, the most decorated of them. Breakdown Trapper
Table
of the
for
Year.
4.
This one is called Gary Ashby, Dry Cleaning. Let's go. Oops.
Gary Ashby, have you seen Gary? Family daughters, he's stuck on your back without me. Dogs running free. Dad's got blood on his head. We gave you our family name. In the lockdown you escaped. Gary Ashby, it was a bad surprise. Have you seen Gary with his tinfoil ball? He used to love to kick it with his stumpy legs. Shoot, 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 shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Gary Ashby, have you seen Gary? Family daughters, are you stuck on your back without me? Dogs running free. Gary Ashby.
That was Gary Ashby by Dry Cleaning.
Dope. Really good.
I was really fucking with it.
I liked it a lot. Perfect length. Her singing, the way it's recorded, and it just overlays and has this just very rudimentary, crude sound to it.
Right.
Like awkwardly recorded straight out of on your, compact computer type shit.
Right.
But it's just so perfect. Gave me big metric vibes. I really liked it a lot. Like, I'm interested more in dry cleaning. What do you think?
I am. We only picked this because it had a name, mind you.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't even know if this was one of the better songs, like as far as like the whole span.
Right.
But I'm interested. I liked it.
Same,
It was a cool. It was just fresh. It was just different.
It's
Nice
what I would want
yeah.
in alternative rock.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
when I'm
Right.
looking for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Check those boxes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's see.
Oof. Who they waiting
Timo
on?
said he needs an Ashby jersey. Absolutely. We need
Gary
a
Ashby.
Gary Ashby jersey for
like that.
sure. He's that dude. Zara, is she Australian?
With that accent, she might as well be.
Right, we're gonna call her Australian.
Yeah, she's
born
as
in
of now.
Melbourne.
Just to add to that further, she's actually friends with Kevin Parker from Tame Impala, both from Australia.
Right, exactly.
They're all Australian.
Right,
They gotta
right.
know each other.
He has production on the other songs on this album.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
It's under a moniker.
Gary
though.
Ashby's actually a mutual friend, the same host.
That's how they knew.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the Australian king, Gary Ashby, who plays rugby.
Cricket, actually.
Cricket,
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Timo
cricket.
put his cricket.
Bam. Gary Ashby, cricket superstar. So, Timo, if you're gonna get a Gary Ashby jersey, you're gonna have to get one of those polos that they have.
Hey,
with like
that's
the
pretty
Ashby, fresh. I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Recommend it. Would listen to more dry cleaning
Yeah.
going in the future. Now, the second one we found is by somebody called Kiddo K. And what I mean Kiddo is like Kiddo space K. He has a song called Pablo Escobar.
Oof.
Right? Might be a little bit different than Gary, but we just went off names. You know what I'm saying? So, Kiddo K, let's see if it's high.
Let's go.
That's going crazy on that motherfucker. Extra rich, got extra rich. I move like Pablo Escobar. I'm too rich to lead this shit. I went and bought another car. They can't do this way too legit. One tell, but that's the other part. Glock 45, my other heart. Let me get it, goes, it's a pussy store. I'm really deep in the hood, understood. Really stand on this shit on a 10, I stood. Be smoking woods on wood. Thinking Hollywood. Got that high tits on dick. I been drinking hard, I'm good. Made it out the mud, I got time to spend my check. Like, I got the time to deal, let's bet. Whole game go shine, I throw up the set. Long as cooking that yeah in the pan. Shot, I got cake, I'm sipping on syrup. I put my butter on pancake. Fucked in the handshake. I'm kicking it straight to the curb. Shit, until we just see she ain't saying the word. I'm sipping on lean, my word be slurred. I'm sipping on lean, time smoking on her. Never told what I seen like fitness and verb. Extra rich, got extra rich. I move like Pablo Escobar. I'm too.
You know what?
Yep.
I like it for the now if you were watching last week, you seen that we did Billie Eilish, right?
Yep.
Heavily produced by Phineas.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped the Phineas bar on there.
And Ferb.
It's the double entendre, so it's like Phineas and Ferb, the show.
He's
but
taking
it's
shots at
also-
Billie Eilish. She's calling Billie
wow,
Eilish
so
Ferb.
it's shots.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just called them Phineas and Ferb.
And he was calling her
Yeah,
Ferb.
Ferb, yeah.
right
It was
there.
Phineas, yeah.
How
So
ironic.
fuck shit, yeah.
The episode after Billie Eilish, we happen to randomly play this song that
Kid
actually
okay throw
has
shots
the,
at Billie Eilish, yeah.
Now, I think that Billie is too big to respond. You
She's gonna throw some subliminals.
As
Watch.
Jay-Z once said, ask LeBron, we don't even respond.
God,
You know
wow.
what I'm saying? Like when you at the top, you don't have. But look, if Kid OK is trying to make a name for himself and he wants to get into like a la like
Yeah,
you know,
dissing Billie Eilish, I know,
Eminem
and
back in the
Phineas at that.
day,
Like he did his
right.
research. He knows who the producer is. He knows who this. What's crazy is, as talented as Billie Eilish is, she's gonna respond. She's petty as fuck. She's throwing
Hey.
subliminals in the next track, and when it drops, we'll play it, and I'll point out everything that she says about Kid OK.
Hey,
I put money on that.
That's the information and education you get from.
There's gonna be
the book
something
club.
there that Billie's gonna throw out. She
I-
doesn't let these slide.
I see Dr. T from Painter Gain in the chat. Welcome, Dr. T. I love when Dr. T hops in because sometimes he knows the artist that we don't even know. And he's like, actually, I've seen him
Absolutely.
live in Phoenix. He's from Detroit. Like, man, I forgot his name. But hey, shout out Dr. T.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate that. Timo, of course, also from Pain Again. Catch that on Tuesdays. The next song we have is
We got, what do we got? Armani Caesar from Griselda. And then tracks Paula Dean. And what's crazy about this one is just the fact that she's just such a dope artist as well. And I've been looking forward to hear just a bit more from her because I like a lot of Griselda artists. And this is going to be interesting to see what it is. Has West Side Gun on there as well. So
with West Side Gun. If you're
West
not
Side.
familiar, Griselda is a rap group. Probably the strongest, closest thing we've seen to like older boom bap type rap
absolutely.
come back into the mainstream. You know, it's like fringe mainstream. From Buffalo, of all places. And Buffalo is a hot city right now. You got Griselda. The Buffalo Bills are 5-1.
Oh, wow, okay.
And the Buffalo Sabres,
What's
the
that?
hockey team,
Okay.
they're actually looking really good. They're hot.
Oof.
And the actual buffaloes that live and are farmed in Buffalo
Are doing pretty well, too.
have produced more milk than
Nice.
they ever had, like this season, like
Yeah.
in like the last 10 years.
It's a good year for Buffaloes all
Good year for
around.
Buffalo.
Hey.
Shout out Buffalo.
Shout outs to Buffaloes.
Buffalo Mayor, come on the show. Let us know.
Hey.
You know
Buffalo
what I'm
Mayor at the book club.
saying? Hey, come through. Next song.
He's going to come through during re-election time. He's just going to ignore this shit now. But watch, when it comes
He's
to
gonna come
re-election
back.
time, this motherfucker's going to be begging to
Hit
be on the
us
book
up,
club.
like, what?
For the
God,
constituents.
please. Exactly.
You want that Bay Area vote in Buffalo.
Dr. T with the Quinn.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know Quinn
12.
150?
Oh,
Quinn
what-
100 what was the Roman
let's
numerals
see.
on that?
X was, what the fuck, 10, and then C was 50, so that's 42. Yeah, that would be
42, Quinn 42?
48. I forget. Or it was X90, 92.
X90.
92, because X is
yeah.
100, then C is 10, and then 2,
Right,
yeah,
right,
92.
Yeah,
hey, confirmed.
Hey,
Thank
there it is.
you.
Oh, so my bad.
All good, all
Brian McKnight, also from Buffalo. Buffalo looking hot right now.
Right now, for
Anybody
real.
in the chat, if you know any other Buffalo resident, animals, teams, city,
Buffalo sauce real good too.
Buffalo sauce has made a resurgence. It's
Buffalo
back
sauce,
right now. That's
yeah.
what I've heard. That's what studies
Buffalo
have shown.
wings. Yeah.
Exactly. Next song, Paula Dean by Armani Caesar.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Yo, hey yo, hey yo, all up on my clit, just kiss it. Y'all a bunch of broke ass bitches. Came up in the game in a 4, 5, 6. Say them VVS is why them shits ain't hitting. Potty trained bitch shitting. Why they gossiping? I run up my ditches. Back in the kitchen, better bitch since Dennis the Menace. Can't really argue with bitches. I'm a pair. I'm introduced with this checkup and disappeared. In the streets, money did shit. Whipping that dope, serving niggas in kitchens. I be on my Paula Dean shit. My shit supreme, all queen. I'm about cheese. I caught these with no keys. Ho, please. Pockets getting fatter, the bank account going up.
Okay, so you know what? I just lost my complete thought right now. Don't know what I was gonna say. Do you have anything to say right now?
I want to just cook some fucking coke to this right now.
That's what I
some
was
crack.
thinking. That's yes.
Soundtrack to fucking cook crack to.
Well, I was gonna say, like, if you're gonna make a cooking song,
Oh, if I had a
and,
cook.
and you're making, you know, it's cooking crack as she was
Yeah,
talking about.
Of course.
Who better to name the song after
Then Paula
than
Dean.
Paula Dean? I get it. At first, I wasn't sure where it was going with Paula Dean as the name. I didn't know if it had any relevance, but I forgot they're cooking. They're cooking.
Of course. Do you think a woman cooking crack in the kitchen is a step forward or backwards for feminism?
I think it's a step forward.
I
think
agree.
Cooking crack it should be an
It's
equal
a-
opportunity job.
Absolutely.
Cooking crack.
It's
you
a
know,
predominantly male hobby, occupation.
right.
And
Right,
I
that
think
doesn't
we
mean
need
that
more women in
anybody
the
can't do
force
it.
to do this.
Right.
I don't think it signifies the same thing that cooking food in the kitchen does. There's a whole different level of respect.
But
If I'm there
yeah.
like making eggs, people are gonna fucking look down on me.
Right.
But if I'm over there on the same fucking stovetop cooking crack, I'm some sort of fucking hero now.
Right. It's definitely weighed.
There's a dichotomy, and that's not okay.
gendered the role of cooking crack was. You know,
It's
I think
very gender.
over the years, women have
specific.
been more. You know, you see them bagging it more. And I'm just saying, how come they can't do the cooking? Like, you know, at like these nice restaurants,
men
where
bag-
it's like they, you know, the head chef would be a male, but maybe, you know, are we leaving
agree.
too many cooks and chefs, women chefs in America, you know, without equal opportunity? I don't know. We'll talk to the Buffalo mayor about that.
We got to discuss
We'll
it.
talk
You
to
know
the
what?
Buffalo mayor about that. Let's see. I just want to look at the chat real quick. See, Haku had said Wild Wings. We're talking about Buffalo.
Yo.
Buffalo Wild Wings beat the allegations of being the worst chicken sandwich. That's what I put. Like, in this wave of Buffalo, they've also did that. Dr. T did say their service is just trash, at least Fremont. Bottom tier BWW.
That's the one at
it.
Pacific Commons too.
Right.
Actually like that one.
Haku never had it, but I had suspicion. It's like, is it better than Wingstop?
Yeah, I like. But I like. I'm a person who likes trashy food.
Fair.
So
fair,
like,
fair,
I admit it.
fair.
McDonald's sounds good to me at all
Right,
times.
right.
You know what I mean? I'll just fucking eat anything, as I don't give a fuck. And Buffalo Wild Wings does hit the spot. Yeah.
You know, I feel like when these kind of play, I'm not like too much of a wing person. Like,
Okay,
if it's
yeah.
there, I'll have it. You know what I'm
Sure,
saying?
sure.
Very rarely am I like craving. Like, let me go out to. Always felt like wings was kind of this weird meal because it's just like, here's 15 chicken wings and then like
Eat
a
them.
cup of fries, and that's the whole meal.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel. I don't know. It feels
It has
like
its time and place. Yeah.
Right. However, if I go to that place, so if like somebody else wants to go, right, and I end up going,
Mhm.
I just want like good appetizer. That's what I am not ashamed to just order straight off the appetizer menu.
Oh, me
like
too.
3
I do it,
things.
yeah.
Give me the track. Give me your nachos. Give me your fucking sliders.
Southwestern egg rolls.
Exactly. Give me your
The triple
spinach
dipper.
dip.
Yeah.
No, give me that. I want the bread you got. I need
getting-
all that. And I will say Buffalo Wild Wings does have the fire mozzarella sticks.
They do.
And
Yeah.
that's a big favorite of mine. If you could just
I like
fry
mozzarella
cheese,
sticks.
I'm in. Big fan of it. I'm gonna do a review of everybody's mozzarella sticks coming up soon. That's what I'm
Hey.
gonna do. We're just gonna like get to the bottom of the best mozzarella sticks.
There can only be one.
But then I seen y'all started talking about Arby's, and this is when we have to exit the
Arby's
conversation.
is
Y'all are wilding in there.
so good. Oh man.
That was Paula Deen. The next song is Brodus, not Brutus, but Brodus.
Brodus.
Victoria is the name of the song. Do you have any expectations? This one just said rock. Do you have any expectations for this one?
Brutus or Brutus? Okay.
Yeah,
Brutus.
it is Brutus.
Okay,
Yeah, it is
okay.
Brutus.
I'm hoping it's some crazy metal shit, and it's about some sort of like Queen Victoria, who's like some sort of bloodlusting, Bloody Mary type figure. I'm expecting something wild.
So we're gonna go that direction. Is what we're
Yeah.
kind of thinking. Okay.
Dry Cleaning was just very mellow, and I want something insane.
Right.
But I have no clue what the hell we're gonna get. What are you expecting?
I'm expecting something slower. I think this is the ballad, the power ballad that Brutus got. It's about a girl, Victoria. That's what I'm
Ooh.
kind of predicting on this one.
Okay,
That's what I'm
okay.
predicting. This one right here is Victoria by Brutus. This is the book club episode 15.
Let's go.
Teenage brothers, it's your call to face the head.
Cool. Liked it. Got little Pat Benatar vibes from it.
Yeah.
Very 80s 90s rockish. I liked her singing a lot. Yeah, pretty good stuff.
I think what's cool is I think sometimes I'm in the mood for this,
Right.
but
Yeah.
I don't know how to get there. Like find new versions of like who's still making that kind of sound. You know, I'm not as I guess well versed in like what a subgenre of rock would be like in or how you would describe it.
Yeah.
So like
I
coming
getcha.
across things like this that can at least be a starting point. Like I can hit this and then hit shuffle. You know, and then
Right.
like find
Go
or
from
like
there.
discover or like whatever and find like artists that they would consider around it. But I thought it was cool. I thought it was that and dry cleaning. I'm gonna be checking out a little bit more of because sometimes I'll be in that mood.
I think yeah, Gary Ashby was the track out of the 4. That was the one. Followed by Paula Deen. Pablo Escobar I thought was okay.
I mean, Pablo
It
Escobar.
wasn't one
really,
for
the
me.
story is the diss to Billie Eilish.
It's
You know
just
what I'm saying?
it's
Like,
just a
that's-
diss track ultimately.
Right, you know, and I don't like to on the book club feed into the controversy.
Not
you
at
know,
all.
that.
It's just
But
too much.
I'd be lying if I said I'm not here waiting for the response.
Yes, absolutely not.
Right, look,
He started it. Let's see how Billy finishes it.
right.
Maybe it'll be Phineas responding.
Right.
Let's not write him off.
Exactly. No lie. That brings us to the album of the week. This one is Cilvia Demo, Isaiah Rashad. I've probably heard Isaiah Rashad songs. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell you what album they're from or like a mixtape that they're from or anything like that. I maybe wouldn't even recognize his voice if I heard it, you know, but probably have heard it.
Yeah.
Give me a TLDR on what I need to know going into this album right here.
Sure. So Cilvia Demo specifically, this is basically his debut. It's classified as an EP, despite the fact that it's 14 tracks long.
Right.
And it's his debut project, basically on Top Dog Entertainment. I believe he had signed. This dropped in January of 2014. He had signed on in 2013. And if you recall, BET, I don't know if they still do, but they used to have those cyphers where a bunch of people from various labels or regions or whatever would get together and do a cypher. And there was a Top Dog Entertainment cypher. And around this time, after the success of Kendrick and already having had artists like J-Rock, Absol, and Schoolboy Q, they had just signed SZA and Isaiah Rashad, and he was part of that cypher as well. So soon after that, off of that hype and the mixtape he had done prior independently, he dropped this, and it's just such an amazing album. There's just so many different sounds. He's heavily influenced by Southern artists. Like one of the tracks there's called R.I.P. Kevin Miller, and it's in reference to Master P's brother, who passed away, I believe, in the late 90s or so. And he continues this trend, and throughout his other albums where they'll have titles referencing old Southern artists. Like in the follow-up album, Sun's Tirade, he has a track called Titty and Dollar from Playa Circle. You know,
Where's
Titty
he
Boy.
from?
He's from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, you'll hear a lot of Southern influence, but he still makes it his. It's like almost like hipster Southern music. It's very difficult to
Interesting.
explain other than like the way he himself explains it, where he says like music for the vibers.
Right.
It's just vibe music. There is a lot of lyrical highlights here too, where that showcases, but that's not the point of this album.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I like it so far.
Yeah.
Don't think I'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
And here on the book club, we are going to do Cilvia Demo, Isaiah Rashad. This is the first track, Hereditary.
Amazing track.
Here we go.
Let's get to it.
My daddy taught me how to lead somebody. My daddy taught me how to smoke my lows and go. My daddy taught me you don't need nobody. So one time for the cage bird, cage bird, cage bird. And one time for the real niggas, real niggas, real niggas. And slow dance on the Jaeger, Jaeger, Jaeger. And one time for the lil niggas, lil niggas, lil niggas. Hey, we in the morning, I've been sipping on the hill. And you were looking for the wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. I ain't thinking much of love, I've been shitting on your feelings, feelings. And you were looking for the wrong one, wrong one, wrong one.
So throughout, because you've listened to it, because I haven't listened to it, I kind of want to throughout it kind of ask you questions, almost like when somebody's kind of seen a movie, and it's like as the movie is going, might pause and be like, hey, so this, and kind of just get a from somebody who has listened to it probably plenty times, to had never listened to it. How does the intro, almost like giving me hints a bit, does the intro lend an idea for what the rest of the album is going to sound like?
I would say so. Yeah, it's probably every production is very uniquely produced, but the overall feeling is the same. It's very melancholic, low tones. The lyrics do tend to be not as heavy as this, where it's dealing with issues and such in a very direct manner, but overall that is one of the many themes he gets. For a 2014 album, and that that's not SoundCloud, there are a lot of very genuine emotional moments of his that he exposes, and it's definitely an overarching feel for what's to come. Absolutely.
What's cool here, and I kind of I'm really happy with all of the different albums and artists and things that we've spanned on Book Club previous to this, because I think there's always interesting connections to make, as we go through and kind of historically, right?
Sure.
This was a pretty deep, pretty personal song.
Yeah, it really was,
and it gave me, as far as content, it gave me. Cuddy crawled so Isaiah Rashad came.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that over time, artists, once somebody kind of broke through, like a Kid Cudi, to I can be sad on hip hop songs, right? There's going to be people who are going to come after that. We're going to do it a different way, and this. And I shout out to Cudi. Just giving him his flowers here.
Absolutely,
on the
he's
show,
just such a big influence on everyone, including us.
I liked it though.
Yeah.
I was into
Glad you
it.
did,
If this is the direction that we're going in, even sound wise, I thought it was interesting. And I'm curious to see where he goes with it. The second song, Webby Flow, you like?
Yep, referencing Webby.
Right, Southern artist.
Yeah, it kind of does have a Webby flow to it. Heavily influenced by it. Great production that keeps that somber tone. Interesting flow. Maybe not one of the more highlights when it comes to lyricism, but still a great flow that he has throughout.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is Webby Flow You Like by Isaiah Rashad. This is the Book Club.
My dick, I know it. Yeah. It's up for now, yeah.
Baby, can you suck it on my dick? I know it's big enough. Rhyme with a nigga from the south, I know you feel the rush. Fucking with a nigga, bitches rarely ever get the touch. Better feel privileged, catch a mother, you can hit the
dust. I done grown up for my child's sake. Black and mild face, blicking blow place. Never crowd space, never skirt chase. Maybe first grade, never last place. Never had brakes, pop a transmission. Always had faith, always had trace. Always had James in that duplex. Hit a suplex, fuck a crew neck. Sported solo, up in recess. Never regress, Georgia peaches. Grab a cheek ass, such a slut bag. Baby nut rag, never cup that. Love a hook rat, where this pussy at? Brendan had me going on this soul, so I never go back. I never hit a raw again. Fucking with the law again. Picking up trash on highways, never my way. Blase, blase, sneaking shot day. Fuck a Friday, I'm with Robert, chugging Bombay. Fuck your turn up, fuck your turn
turn out, we gon' burn up. Fuck your mosh pit, I'm on my shit. On that trap shit, got that fight dog. I might bite, bitch, I'm on tablet. Scribble down, I'm rapping like cool. Inspire all my local jokers who be quitting at school. They be hating that job, I was hating that too. I was flipping your burger high as a bitch, but I'm cool. I think I'm blessed now. I only stress about the stress now. Since I'm fresh now, pull that motherfucking dress down. Dress down, dress down.
Notice the lyrics had a few things wrong.
Okay, okay. We got the lyrics up here.
We got the
first time
lizard.
to check it out. It was kind of helpful to get.
Oh,
an
it's super
idea
cool.
for
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, that's awesome.
Definitely heard the Webby.
Yeah, inspiration, right?
right.
Yeah. Made a better Webby song than Webby.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah, I like it.
It was cool. It was interesting.
It has a vibe to it. The production lends a lot to it.
Right. And you don't really, you know what I always kind of thought, and I don't know if they like made a lot of music together, but whenever I thought Isaiah Rashad, I would always think like Dreamville. And like not necessarily J. Cole, but like all the artists that are like on, I feel like there's a certain kind of style that it's almost its own. They have their own. There's a Dreamville style that I think is so distinct that I think a guy like Isaiah Rashad kind of falls under that in his own way. But like that kind of the production, the rapping style a bit, and I don't make it like he sounds like any of them in his, but just like it's that direction I'm getting a feel for.
And that Dreamville style, I think it's heavily like I think we're thinking of artists like say JID or Earth Gang or whatever. Like it's a big Spillage Village style as well that know like even artists like Black and them brought forth because they were part of that same gang. Funny enough, as you mentioned and expected, they have done collabs as well. There's a pretty cool one with Reason, JID, and Isaiah Rashad called Extinct, and it's pretty good stuff. But they mesh so well.
I wouldn't say like I'm in particular like the biggest J. Cole fan, but I do think that what Dreamville kind of developed into is interesting.
I like it a lot.
I don't mind it at all. That was Webby Flow. The next one is the
Cilvia Demo.
Cilvia Demo.
So Cilvia references his Civic. That was the name he gave his Civic. Cilvia.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I love it whenever like an album or whatever is inspired by somebody's old car. You know what I mean?
Right.
Earl Sweatshirt's label. I don't know if he still runs it. It was called Tan Cressetta.
Yeah.
Things like
all right. That's okay. Interesting.
Yes.
Cilvia Demo. There's always, when we talked about this, I think we were talking about 2005 where cars, and we're talking about still tipping, is such a big part of like the culture of Houston. And I think the South in general, I think it is. And, so knowing he's from Chattanooga, it's kind of cool that,
the car reference rotates back. Absolutely. Yeah.
So here we go. This is Cilvia Demo. This is Isaiah Rashad. This is the book club.
Let's get it.
10-4. 10-4. We got a 4-2-3. We got a young man riding around in a natty caddy. Not natty caddy. Not that at all.
Who's that creeping through the city in that dark ass tent? Misdemeanor on the way, yo. I slide in my rimless Bentley, no tights. I'm gymnast, bending blocks, my world the Lakers. Now, baby, hold that wheel while I'm rolling up. Hopefully, she old enough to purchase that liquor. What I need from the stove. She understands her selection, advance her affection. It fears my rejection, never needing a hoe. I got plans to be that nigga. I know you met him as a child. He gave you 10 bones, don't sweat it, don't wow. Be cool for a minute. 93 till be cool for an image. The hung soul, the rapper goes rapping those rapid woes up. Defying foes, lying toes, weapons on tuck. Malcolm they tackle for belief in the movement, but Rashad got applause for releasing the music. Now sometimes I be getting higher than a bitch, smoking all my lows, put the fire to the spliff. What up? What up? Now what up? Now what up? Now I've been getting higher and higher and higher and higher. Now what up? thinking stepping in the swimming pool, invincible. Women I pursue, get lost in this. Middle of the summers in Miami. Came it with me, sending shots like I bought it for him. I'm a brown skin, small waisted. I'm creeping with my bald faces. I like her titties too. I like her attitude. I like her flexible. She got a baby, do I think she bisexual? At least I hope so. I glanced at that little grown man at her front door. He looking at me like I looked at Pops when he come for. My mama as a toddler, I was selfish. This ain't nothing new. I can spit a couple 22s if I want to. I save it for the tour, the allure of the gap tooth, rap tooth, the shape of sun. I always knew he'll make him something. He got schemes and smoke green and make him son, take him son.
Now sometimes I be getting higher than a bitch. Smoking on my lows, put the fire to the spliff. What up? Now what up? Now I been getting higher and higher and higher and higher. Now what up? What up, what up?
I thought that had like this like organized noise type of you know, it was taking me to like Goody Mob type.
Okay,
South,
yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
could
saying?
see
Like
that,
kind
yeah.
of Atlanta, you know, like first two albums Outkast
Okay.
type of.
I totally could see that, and I'm sure the inspiration's there. Absolutely,
Right,
yeah.
right. You know, and I like when
I mean, as you could see, West Savannah's coming up, and you already know
Right,
what that is.
right,
inspired
right.
by, yeah.
exactly. So, and is that kind of an idea that every song is inspired
Yeah.
by?
Everything does mean something for the most part.
Right.
Well, yeah, for the most part,
It
absolutely.
has like some, you know, if
Meaning.
this even just being about his car, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no,
Like kind of
exactly.
dedicated to.
Yeah.
I liked it though. That was cool.
Yeah. I
was
really like the
this-
beat a lot again, especially what I was telling you. Once the hook kicks in, and then there's that, you know, that woman singing that
Right.
I think it just adds a lot to it, and it's just so perfect for the hook.
That with the way that the drums were put together, it
Yes,
gave me
yes,
that
yes.
that organized noise, like
Okay.
that Goody Mob. Like they were the producers for like all that Dungeon Family stuff. And
Right,
like,
right.
you know, it feels like back then it was like maybe 5 Southern producers that did like a lot of stuff. So it was like organized noise that did like that whole camps, Manny Fresh with like all. So
Good call.
I'm glad that he tapped into that. You know, I
Right.
like that. I like that a lot. Would you say that this is one of your more favorite songs on the album?
I like it a lot, but there's a lot of good tracks on this album. Not to take anything away from. So, matter of fact, like this next one, R.I.P. Kevin Miller, might actually be one of my favorite songs.
All right, so we're just
It-
getting warmed up here.
This one, the production, oh my god, it'll speak for itself.
Okay, all right. This is
This is one of the ones.
Kevin Miller.
Ar-
Book Club. Let's go.
I love this.
Alright, now if I die today, bitch, my legacy is straight. I'm the best they never heard. I'm your brother, just relate. I need diamond teeth, living like it's 1998. Like when Percy was the king, back when Juvie was the great. Bitch, this stupid is the bait. Patton taught me how to build. Like one day you hit and gone, that watch I was down the shrimp. I've been riding out since I thought my Huffy was the shit. Chattanooga pull the sharks. Don't you slip and lose a limb. Slow it down, we losing up. I've been on the rules of that. Shit that sober living hell. Free goo, I've been fee in jail. Nigga taught me about a scale. It was vivid, I was there. I was on my first offense. I hope they gon' give me bail. Screaming motherfucker 12. Bitches ain't shit. Cops ain't neither. They hunting my people. Codeine, I'm back leaning. I cope with my demons. The best is not perfect. The rest is not worth it. Wake up! Wake up!
So now I'm starting to get like the TDEs coming in focus.
Okay.
Like you know, like I get why they like him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It makes sense why he signed. You know, and you know, again, I'm never kind of looking at anything as he's copying this, but like if you could have had like Schoolboy Q as a feature on this, and it would make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It almost was giving me like if it was a remix, I would have liked to see like ASAP Rocky on this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is like his kind of his territory. You know, so and it's kind of cool when you know, like as far as like the Dreamville sound or like TDE sound or like what ASAP Rocky does, none of this is ever like they copied these artists, but it's like it's nice to see extensions of those sounds. Like it sounds like the things that I like of ASAP Rocky music, he does.
Right.
You know, the things that I find interesting with like TDE music, he does.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I kind of like forming this profile of his music as I'm listening to it, and I'm enjoying this one.
Glad you are. Yeah.
We have Haku here. He has said that one was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Other than Free Lunch, I never really listened to Isaiah. For me, he kind of falls into the category of midday Coachella performances that I never went to.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like he was like a couple steps below like ASAP Ferg for me as far as like my visibility to like who I'm checking
really
for
cool.
or anything like that. So, you know, this is just kind of bumping him up to where like if I say Isaiah Rashad new music, you know, it's like, I wonder what he's up to nowadays. Like it's kind of beginning to form a little bit more, and I like that one.
Sure.
That was good.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
Do you say this is one of your favorites?
Yeah. R.I.P. Kevin Miller is one of my favorites off the album. But just one of many again.
And you did give a little background for this. Kevin Miller was
Master P's brother that passed away, I believe.
Right.
Again, I'm sorry if I got it wrong, in the late 90s, I believe. And what's interesting is the hook where, you know, you live for bitches and blunts, we live for weed and money, and the repetition of it actually comes from an old No Limits song. I forgot if it's Master P that's doing the hook or Silk the Shaka,
right?
But it's one or the other that's doing it, but it's the same idea. Whereas what I do like about Isaiah Rashad's is, you know, he starts it off at a low volume and then increases it
right
as it goes. I believe that one was just one consistent volume as it repeats.
Right,
but there's
right.
the inspiration from that. Kind of reminds me of Currency and how Currency used to incorporate a lot of West Coast songs into his songs and make a lot of references and reuse hooks or little, you know, liners.
Right. I can definitely see it, and it's also kind of cool to see, you know, and we talked about Currency plenty of times.
Oh, yes.
And since we've kind of built this profile of him as an artist and like what he meant during this time period, that would have been around the time if this came out like 2014. Cilvia Demo?
Yeah, 2014 January.
You know, that is an artist that he would have probably taken inspiration from, being from the South, you know, making that kind of alternative rap, you know, because if that was happened 2010, you know, he might have been our age at, you know, that time period or something.
He's even much younger than us. I believe is 91. So he must have been 23 at this time in 2014.
Oh, so he would have been like in high school.
He's 31 now, so I mean it's not much different from us now that we're getting older.
But, I mean,
but 91 though, yeah. So
we talk
he was
about
rather
like,
young.
That influence that the music you listen to in high school has.
Oh yeah,
and like, that
he was absolutely
but still probably with a background of like his whole life of lots of Southern artists, and you know, one being No Limit enough to kind of you know, Webby to, you know, kind of shout him out a little bit. Yeah. Rest in peace, Kevin Miller.
Absolutely.
Now the next one is the first feature we've had.
Yeah.
And this is with SZA.
First feature of SZA on any official record, I believe. I'm not sure when she dropped her Z mix. She dropped Z after this.
Okay.
So this predates anything else that she had released on Top Dog Entertainment, and this would be the first time that she kind of puts her voice out there, you know, I guess pun intended.
You know, that's a little fun fact.
Yeah, first official SZA appearance, Ronnie Drake. And even more official so because it was a single, so it was being promoted even before the release of this album. I believe this is the lead single. It's one of my lesser favorite tracks off of this. I'm curious for your opinion, and if this is something you would have pushed as a single, or if something, you know, you'd, you know, present as here's Isaiah Rashad simply put. But yeah.
Okay.
Let's get to it and let me know what you think.
I'm gonna also guess that this was probably his first. So if it was the first single, did he have a mixtape or anything that predates this?
He had a mixtape, not on TDE, but what probably helped him get signed to TDE, called Pieces of a Kid. And that mixtape in itself has a lot of great songs. I like it a lot, but it's not as polished nor anywhere close as good sounding as Cilvia Demo is. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and give this a listen.
Yeah.
This is Ronnie Drake featuring SZA by Isaiah Rashad off the album Cilvia Demo. This is episode 15 of the book club.
So don't call me a nigga unless you call me my nigga. I'm a king. OE, be slipping, falling from my chalice. Don't mind the bumper that was missing from my carriage. It's poorly tinted, but my women not embarrassed. I came to bury your average. You feel slighted, ayy. It's like she know that I got it. It feel like it, ayy. I real life it, ayy. I spill vices, ayy. You will like it. I promise it's trill vomit. I'm honest, nigga. Ain't no getting money on that conscious shit. I'ma just load my gat on some survival shit. And when I hear they got a drought on it, I take a month out of rap and I hustle till I'm out of it. I got that coke flow, that heat rock. I got that old school huddle to the beatbox. Baby, I'm just digging in your good shit for the sweet spot. I'm a beat thought till that motherfucking beat
for my niggas, my killers, my dealers, my trickers, my bros. I got love for my sister, my women, my bitches, my strippers, my hoes. I got love for my niggas, my killers, my dealers, my trickers, my bros. I got love for my sister, my women, my bitches, my strippers, my hoes. I got love for my niggas.
Hope they don't kill you cause you black today. They only feel you when you pass away. The eulogy be so moving. We live the scenes of those movies. Conflict in school or dope moving. It's so youthful. But if you die today, I hope you finding some relief or what a great escape. We still dodging from police when we make a plate. They lying searching in my bucket with the straightest face. It could be 88. Sometimes I wonder why we kill us, why they killing us. I think we only wear a grill because they grilling us. Or how they feeling us. Gotta look real and tough. Gotta keep your hands in the cart. Know you stealing stuff. Came a long way from a boat and an auction. Now we got names in a vote. In a coffin. Ain't shit changed but the coast. We adopted little black children. You can call me that nigga,
I got love for my niggas, my killers, my dealers, my trickers.
I see Haku in the chat with a good point, good place to kind of put this. This is the type of music is so good for the post-club drive home.
Oh, yeah.
Have to agree. Windows down, you know, a little bit. It's kind of, nobody's really talking in the car per se. It's a little quieter. I have to agree. I thought that it's like tapping into like Southern playalistic.
It really is, yeah.
Type Outcast, you know, like this is, you know, big boy in the drop top type, you know, music. It's definitely night drives, night type of vibes. There's like a sparseness to the production that he chooses a lot of times that it forces him to have to really carry the song, and he does. You know?
Okay, that's a really interesting perspective, and I could see that, yeah.
One perspective that I have from having made music, you know, I feel like whenever you say that, it sounds like really pretentious. I was trying to figure out a way to say this. So when I was trying to make, but like when you kind of get like a beat, the first thing I decide, at least personally, is like, is this something where I need to, you know, carry it Like there's like a main line for like, Me Too, or there's some where it's like, ooh, I have to like get out the way of this one.
Beat. Okay.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
makes
I have
sense.
to like let this kind of, the beat is the story here.
Sure.
The beat's the headline. That's the, so how can I complement it?
The beat. That makes perfect sense.
And I feel like he picks a lot of production that he's the driver of. And I think he's doing a good job navigating that.
And complementing it.
Right. I'm really feeling it. I have... also interesting when I think back to 2014, it was kind of a renaissance for bar heavy hip hop. Cadillactica, Forest Hills Drive, Run the Jewels 2, Pinata.
That's a good point. What a great year!
It is a good
point. That's a book club worthy of a year, review worthy. The aliens need to know about 2014.
Absolutely. You know what? You're onto something. That's gonna be the next year that we do.
That's a good call.
That is, with those, and then thinking about what else was coming out in hip hop at the time. Sure. It was there was a lot of this and there was a lot of that, and there was a lot of like, it was very spread out in what was popular at the time, and that's cool. I think it was very early on. You can maybe call it like SoundCloud period. So where what SoundCloud period was cool, and I think this is like right when streaming services came. It was like now the floodgates were open to finding what you like.
Right.
So I think a lot of just niche type of things kind of existed, and as far as like bar heavy hip hop, there were people who wanted it. There's people who were able to find like and maybe that's something that TDE did really good when forming that. It was they got those lyrical guys. They got those bar heavy guys, and I think that's why a certain fan base like flocks to them, or even Dreamville,
exactly.
Because there's a focus on that, and I think that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not always looking at for the point where I'm like studying the rosters and who they signed to find new music, but I do know what I'm getting into when I find a TDE artist, because they do a good job of curating that. I'm not being disappointed with this.
I agree. Yeah, you know what the brand represents and what to expect from their artist. Right.
Then the chat real quick. The Hawker said. My Crazy Life was probably the most popular rap album.
That's the YG one, right?
Right.
Okay.
There was definitely but it was cool at the time that you had like an emerging Kendrick, and YG at the same time.
Right.
That was
because To Pimp a Butterfly was 2014 as well.
2014 to like 2016, I think, is also one of those, like when you look on like a graph for like just a timeline, that's a important watershed moment for, I think, LA rap. I think that's when it was kind of like it's back. YG was coming out, Ty Dolla $ign was everywhere. Nipsey Hussle was releasing
That's a good point.
A lot of important albums at the time. It had big Kendrick, all of.
To be fair, exactly. Because to me, Schoolboy Q's Blank Face LP is also a classic, and that was around that time period, 2016.
LA was definitely on fire.
J Rock's 90059 is really good too.
Right.
That's a good point.
So shout out to, if we don't do enough, if we haven't before, because maybe we haven't actually heard a beat quite yet, but DJ Mustard, who, when we talk about producers like Manny Fresh and like Organized
Is he from
Noise,
LA?
He's from LA.
Okay.
He kind of is in that category of, you were, everybody that's somebody in that era of LA had a Mustard beat. Or like in YG cases, like the whole thing was Mustard produced. Or like Ty Dolla $ign, the whole thing was. So just shout out to
DJ Mustard.
DJ Mustard for sure.
Gotta get him on the book club.
Next song we're gonna do here is
West Savannah's really good.
Savannah. We're just talking about that.
Funny, their collaboration continues even to as the most recent Isaiah Rashad album, The House is Burning.
Right.
And I love the chemistry that they have with each other, and I think this is one of the ones where their chemistry is highlighted.
All right, so far it feels like a very correct ode to the South.
Oh, this is gonna be so obviously Outkast influence. You'll feel it right off the bat. I'm excited for you to check it out, knowing how big of an Outkast fan you are.
Absolutely, can't wait. Here it is, West Savannah.
Now can we fall in love while Southern playing playlist, banging through the night. Fall in love through the night. And I ain't never felt no type of way about this living do or die. Type of way, do or die. And when they see our age, they say we younger. Let you push me to the side. Push me to the side. At least we fell in love with something greater than debate and suicide. At least we fell in love. I travel for you. I battle for you. I love to call your name. I travel for you. Now can we fall in love with Southern playlist banging through the night? And I ain't never felt no type of way about this living do or die. And when they see our age, they say we young. I let you push me to the side. At least we fell in love with something greater than debate and suicide. Do you feel good, girl? Can we fall in love with Southern playlist? Bring it down, I fall in love. You and I ain't never felt no type of way about this living do or die. Type of way, do or die.
F, huh?
Yeah. I like the I'm definitely sensing that by this song, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6. Yeah, it's about 6 songs in. This is pretty much like, as I'm listening through, like, this is where we're gonna stay at here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the moods that we're gonna get. There's nothing really outside of this, and at this point in the album, I wouldn't want anything more outside of this. You know, I just want this.
He told you at Hereditary what it is.
Right. You know, and it's good so far. Like by 6 tracks, and I'm sure the next 2 are good. We're gonna get to them. Good smoking music, you know, and smoking music is like.
And what's great is it's not blatant smoking music. It's not Cushion OJ.
Right. No.
It's not Cushion OJ. That's what makes it's music for the vibers. It's so.
Because I don't even think, like, honestly, like, going back, I don't know if I would even. I don't think Cushion OJ is the best smoking album. But if I'm with my friends in the car, I'll put on Cushion OJ. You know what I'm saying? If we're driving somewhere where I know we're going to get through majority of the album.
It's like the national anthem for smokers. You got to stand up, like, fucking put your joint away, like, pledge allegiance to fucking.
Like, it's there. The content is there. But I feel like the vibe is cool. Like, the vibe. Kid Frankie, I don't necessarily want to smoke. I just want to be with my friends. Maybe like a small party, like a small house party, like 8-10 people, close people. You want
I get what you're
in
saying.
The background,
I see where you're going.
And there probably is smoking going on to it. But I think there's better use for Cushion OJ.
I can see what you're saying, yeah.
Where I think this is good smoking music. I just want something in the background. And I just smoking maybe some conversation going on. I think it's good in the background, and it gives me you see, because I'm not the biggest J. Cole fan.
Okay.
Right. I've probably been more on the other side of the J. Cole debate. Okay, really, I don't like hate him. I just don't care for him.
Sure.
Right. Okay. There's small thing, whatever. Here, this sounded and gave me the feeling of like what J. Cole would do to a song, and this is what the book club does. It makes me feel like, damn, like, 'cause I'm thinking like, damn, this is like good smoking music. And then I thought, is J. Cole good smoking music? You know, like, he does have these vibes. Like, maybe he doesn't always stay here though, but it's like I'm finding just new appreciation. I come into the book club every time we come in with as I hold as much as possible all my biases at the door and my previous thoughts, and I come everything with like just like a fresh, optimistic mind of like what would I find, and it just makes me kind of appreciate. I think because I feel like when you're young, at least me, you know what I'm saying, and like I was like researching music, and I was like, I remember I went to my first semester of college. I went to Foothill, and I didn't really know anybody at Foothill. I went to go at first to play football, but I took the fall semester off from football, right? And I was just going to school, and I went to the library during my lunch, and I seen that they had like the last 15 years of Rolling Stone magazine.
Oh, and you just went through it?
Every single day
Nice.
I went. I even, I think the statute of limitations have passed, but there was like a special 500 like greatest album special edition. Stole that shit
Nice.
from the library.
Hey.
So sorry, Foothill students, you can't, the last one's not there. But I would, either new ones would come in, everything. And, so I would like look at reviews of music, and I felt like it could almost like when I was younger, like it's very easy to be like pretentious with like your ratings,
Right.
Because it's like, oh, but I just heard Led Zeppelin 4 and like this
Yeah.
Young Jeezy mixtape. Can't you
Cannot
like,
compare.
so you can
I
like
know.
have like a strong like borderline pretentious opinion on things. And I think as I got older, I think I learned the idea of we talk about all the time of expectation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going into something feeling like, oh, it's got to be Jimi Hendrix good to like even
Right.
be good music. It's like, what can it, so even more so with book club, what I like going through is like, there's some moments where it's like, and it could even just be like a sound like this, like, wow, this reminds me of like something J. Cole would do. And it's like, wait a second, I like this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually like a fan of this. So like going back through like, you might catch me, hitting like the book club group chat, like, yeah, just went through this. J. Cole guy is pretty good.
Yeah.
He's not too bad.
I don't know if it's a hot take or not, but I think Isaiah Rashad has a better beat selection than J. Cole does. I think J. Cole suffers from beat selection a bit. Either he's picking really fire, amazing beats, or they're just shit to snooze to.
It is hit or miss. I agree. And Haku says, imagine being so effective as a producer team that people in the future try to make music that sounds like the stuff you made in the basement of your granny's house.
Absolutely.
That's what comes down to like organized noise is
right.
Things sound like organized noise did in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was so far ahead of its time. It like defined alternative Southern hip hop forever. Everything is that's the shining star of that,
Right.
And it's very rare. I remember there was actually maybe like a week or so ago, I had came across this song, and I actually texted it to Haku, and I was like, this sounds like organized noise in like 2000. And I was trying to find a year because like in the future, and it was like, actually, this sounds like what they would do right now. I was like 2022 organized noise, because it was so ahead of its time. And
that's interesting.
I like when he's doing a good job in his ode to the South.
What's interesting with his beat selection is a lot of these producers, with the exception of a Soundwave track that's within the EP, a lot of the producers he comes across via YouTube or just various online forums. So if you go through the production list, and one of the reasons we didn't, and not to undermine or discredit these producers, but it's not like we would be saying names like, oh, this one is a Madlib beat, or this one is,
Right.
a Day Free beat, or et cetera, other than the Soundwave beat, which I believe Banana is produced by Soundwave, or no, not Banana, Menthol, I think it's Menthol. But either way, one of the later tracks is produced by him. These are all producers that he finds on YouTube or whatever. What's interesting is these next two tracks that we're going to get into, Soliloquy and then Tranquility afterwards, they were both produced by this guy named Farhat. And he's actually this Afghan guy who lives in Germany.
No way.
Yeah. So I found that super cool as an Afghan myself, that like as an Afghan who once lived in Germany himself, that, there's some people my generation, my age group actually pursued that and, really took it serious and are now giving beats to Isaiah Rashad. But speaking of that, lo-fi, a little dingier, hands-on beat type vibe that he's going for, yeah.
Definitely looking forward to it. The names are kind of similar to
a bit.
bit.
Another good call. I think Soliloquy, the beat is meh, But Tranquility, the beat is top notch. So I'm curious to get your opinion too as we go through these.
All right.
Yeah.
Soliloquy, produced by
Farhat. Yeah.
Farhat. This is track 7 on Isaiah Rashad, Cilvia Demo. Let's all give this a good read.
I left my daddy around 97. He was lazy, couldn't hit the ground but making babies. I'm crazy. Smoke a bouquet, copy from my niggas pushing daisies like a romance. Don't push a nigga buttons like a program. I've been on the Jaeger for a day, watch me slow dance. Tough as Conan, it's the art of barbarian. I got 4 white girls, all Aryan. I wonder what they daddy think. Fuck them, this a revolution. Fuck it, fuck them, take a break. Let them fuck each other. I ain't your everyday, normal brother, porno level. She saving cheering about a low and gustle. What is muscle? And I finesse it like I'm Timmy Duncan. When you saw him macking and scatter rapping, no passing my blunt. Don't you put me on freshman covers, I'm posing with lunch. Think they worthy of presently passing them up. No competing with bleachers, jogging, I'm running amok. Sweet Jesus, I fuck around and need a street sweeper. Left the bodies in the cul-de-sac. Follow me, the quarters back. Sipping on that cognac and that Jim Jones. Watch a movie like damn that Vince Vaughn. It's a funny cat. Fred Claus and Kelly up in your closet. Belly full of smog against ciggies just make me nauseous. Wonder how the fuck you let a nigga make you cautious. But you jamming out the fucking Maryland and Ozzy shit. Ponzi schemes, selling everybody dreams. Killer like your neighbor, I'm as nice as everybody seems. We just breaking bad and my brother serving Walter White. Hope he ain't caught with that possession like a poltergeist. Mama, where the preset? Why we gotta lease that? Why we can't own it? And all these fed loners. And ain't no forewarning, can't bomb and I'm just Vietnam. If you gon' be tripping like a bitch, you should be a mom. See the sun.
What do you think?
I don't. So it's funny because I don't like this lyrically. Again, this isn't a beat that I like the next beat a lot more. This beat I think is very basic. Seems like something that should be in a Tarantino movie. Feels somewhat generic and just over polished in a sense compared to the grittiness of the other beats. And lyrically, I think it has a lot of lines like what. But since I've played this album so many times, and like it's just came on and played, like a lot of the corny lines that occurs there is just like a staple to me, like, you know, watching Vince Vaughn, damn, he's a funny cat. Like that's not a good line, but to me it's memorable now just because I'm just so fucking tuned to, you know, conditioned to just hearing it. And like, you know, like if you're so like something about being a bitch, then you should be a mom. They're like stupid silly lines, but I now find them funny because of the overexposure. But I wouldn't be like, hey dog, you gotta hear this guy's bit, you know, boom. I think it feels off. It feels off compared to the rest of the album, especially after the toll it takes with the next track. But what's your opinion, man?
Haku had said, and when I'm listening to it, I was trying to put my finger on where I thought the sound was, because it was like, this feels like a step away from the more southern influence tracks that we had. Haku said it sounds like an Action Branson beat, and I was like, bingo! Like it has that. It reminds me of speaking of Rocky, like 6 Train.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With it has like
One Train.
Like with Joey Badass on. Yeah. I could see this being
6 Trains for the 6 God. Six God. Like something a posse.
Yeah. Like those older, like I could see like Raekwon Arnett, you know, I could see like, so I didn't mind it because as it came on, it was like, okay, like I'm gonna, like I connected that there, and it was like, okay, it's just kind of like, you know, spitting some bars over some like, you know, piano-esque, you know, RZA type beat, you know, in YouTube. But it was cool. Okay, it was cool. I wasn't mad at it. He's kind of set already some like a standard, you know, for what I'm expecting, and like I don't mind that being a part of that. The
absolutely.
Haku says, I hear what Mo is saying in context of the album, though. Yeah. Right. You know, in you know, all together, those lines are gonna hit different. I think
it's just constantly playing.
Talking about Haku, there's any album that I listen to from beginning to end, like there's not many albums that I'm like, oh my God, every single song on here is the hottest shit.
Yeah.
You know? So you come to those points, but I think that kind of coming from like an age of, you know, somebody who's younger nowadays is able to, when this album comes out, pick out the songs they like, put it in a playlist and kind of like live in that. I think it's like the playlist age. So it doesn't kind of force you to have to, if you don't like a song, you don't have to like a song. I know. Yeah. I think, not to say that you're listening to this shit on CD every day, but I think that, you know, I would say, you know, myself as well, come from like the era of like the whole album. And when you like the album enough, like those songs are going to come through and you're going to enjoy them. And there's going to be things that you found, like when you put on your, do I like this or not, like fight or flight type of response. Maybe it's not catching you like, oh yeah, this is, and like you said, you're probably not like recommending the song specifically to get somebody started on him, but like the Vince Vaughn line make me chuckle. And it's like, okay,
damn, that's a funny cat.
It is a funny cat.
Oh man, yeah, it's interesting.
The last one we're gonna do here tonight. This is 8 out of 14 songs. The whole thing is 14. I'm again, because you said you liked it.
Oh yeah.
Usually we kind of take you out on the last song, but I wanted to play the song and then we'll kind of wrap it up from there. But this is Tranquility. This is the Isaiah Rashad Cilvia Demo. Here we go.
Well, thank God for a shooter, and thank God for the leader, and thank hard for a message. Blame all on pedestrians. What are you believing? We're tranquil for a Brutus, hey, and hard road for a Caesar. Hey, well, who came from the heavens? They killed for a blessing. They gon' do to Jesus. And thank God for the shooters. Them hard streets make a militant man. Fuck a bitch, be as real as you can. Our education, they tend to say we killers again. But I'd rather get us living a chance. I'm getting patience. I wonder if the world gon' see us as just niggas. They treat lyrics like I hold triggers, like I make difference, then downplay what I'm giving like I'm no different. It make me wanna move to my aunt's house. I've been on pills since a little one. Start with Advil, then we level up. I wonder if my son gon' trust me. How the song so ugly, but his moms ain't mean to see the world so crummy. They got Tech 9s for Jesus, so I figured that the second coming wasn't never coming. Go figure heaven is a hassle, cuz they don't even want a nigga back in Africa. Well, thank God for a shooter, and thank God for the leader, and thank hard for a message. Blame all on pedestrians. What are you believing? We're tranquil for a Brutus, hey, and hard road for a Caesar. Hey, well, who came from the heavens? They killed for a blessing. They gon' do to Jesus. Well, thank God for a shooter, yeah, and thank God for the leader, and thank hard for a message. Blame all on pedestrians. What are you believing? We're tranquil for a Brutus, and hard road for a Caesar. And who came from the heavens? They killed for a blessing. They gon' do to Jesus. And thank God for the and some of us fall, and some of us hover, and some of us shooters, and some of us lovers. I see the sum of it all. I'm running for cover, invite you for supper, but really they hunt you. Who's really 300? Who's really a gangster? Who's really to pray? Who's really in danger? I'm willing to pray. I'm feeling the angels. It's liquor to save you. This moment containers. I ride to the far side. I'm looking for peace. To spread the cigar wide. My moment of ease. Hard benching for my brothers that be roaming the streets. We don't always be the leaders that they want us to be. I'm just hoping that she praying while she down on her knees. See, I often treat these hoes like their fathers would be. Good Lord, my flaws. Blind, you got you time for. Well, thank God for the shooter, and thank God for the leader, and thank hard for a message. Blame all on pedestrians. What are you believing? We're tranquil for a Brutus, hey, and hard road for a Caesar. Hey, well, who came from the heavens? They killed for a blessing. They gon' do to Jesus.
Well, thank God for a shooter. Yeah. And thank God for the leader. And thank God for a message. Blame all on pedestrians. Well, are you believing? We're tranquil for a Bruce. And hard road for a season. And who came from the heavens? They killed for a blessing. They gon' do the Jesus. And thank God for the shooters. Thank God for the shooters. And thank God for the
You know, the chat was enjoying that one. Platypus who came here, shout out Platypus, hopped in the chat out here viewing. We're going through the Isaiah Rashad project, Cilvia Demo. It's my first time listening to it. He's listened to it a few times. This has been my safari guide through it. We went through, so appreciate that. But
And if you look over there,
you know, Platypus was saying those keys in the back.
oh yeah,
are
I
good.
love the keys throughout that whole.
And then Haku, this would have been a perfect place for a Kendrick feature. I agree. I feel like this is the kind of mood, the kind of beat that he thrives on in feature situations too, especially too. That was that's a
I would
definitely good
have
call.
loved to see that. That is a great call.
And Platypus saying it's the start of the day, end of the day kind of vibe for me.
yeah.
Saw a track for sure. Crusader 7821. I got banned from a stream for saying I know how to make old German spicy air. You know what?
Old German spicy air.
I dropped the recipe in here. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Like it's.
You could.
We'll let you. Hey, look.
You could even drop it in German. I speak German.
He
Ich
speaks
spreche
German, so
Deutsch.
if you don't want anybody to steal it, you know, I don't know if you, but maybe you got banned because you know you're trying to sell it,
Maybe.
and maybe it was like no solicitation on that one. But you know, if you're for the people, drop that
Yeah.
German spicy air in here.
Du kannst das in Deutsch schreiben, bitte.
Now, ammonia and bleach. Hey,
Hey, that's the cure for COVID. You're trying to give us the cure for COVID, dude.
oh man, hey, man, you know, first time ever, and we got to do it because he spent on it, right? I don't know if that's an album or not.
Which album? Ammonia
Right
and
here,
Bleach?
Haku Systems.
Limp Bizkit significant.
He redeemed
other.
actually the book club suggestion from the BSB store, so he went in with this BSB.
Ah.
There's something in there. He said, "Limp Bizkit, significant other." Is that an album? Is that an album or a song? Like, if it's an album, guess what we're doing next week?
Album or song, whatever
We're
it is. If it's a
doing-
Limp Bizkit autobiography, we're doing it. We have to honor
audio
it.
book on here.
We're doing
Okay.
significant other.
Hey, right there, Limp Bizkit, significant other. That's what we're doing next week. Chloroform is bleach and hydrogen peroxide. Hey,
1999, their second album. Okay.
so this not the first, but the second. I like that.
I wonder, is that like the one with Rollin' on it?
Maybe.
I'm curious to see what's on it. I'm sure we'll find tracks.
I think I'm dreaming of something. I think I just seen it in a fever dream. But does a Fred Durst and Busta Rhymes song exist?
That's right.
Okay.
Wow.
That's Nookie. All right, so that was the breakthrough one.
Yeah, that is their
Okay.
breakout.
You know what? And just like everything, I'm going in, and I expect to fully be a Fred Durst fan by the time I'm out on the other side.
I'm
completely
coming in
feel
with
that.
cap backwards. I'm
Cap
gonna
out
come out of there a DJ Lethal fan. I don't
Hey,
know why. I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna
there.
out of this as a DJ
Absolutely.
Lethal fan.
Crusader, thank you for following. He needs a Monster energy drink. That's
Ooh,
the
yes.
official beverage of the upcoming Eminem episode. If you like
Yes.
Monster energy drinks in the
Relapse.
morning, come here for
Relapse is happening.
Relapse. We're doing it. Platypus, Fred Durst from my city. Hey, I wonder if
Is that?
Is
That's
he?
not Detroit.
Is he Detroit?
Is that Detroit?
Where's Fred Durst from? I don't want to dox Platypus, but now I'm kind of interested.
We're gonna be doing that Limp Bizkit review, Haku. Significant Other 1999 next week for sure.
Mans is from Jacksonville.
Florida?
Hey, Florida boy.
Okay.
Hey, so maybe we need, I'm just saying, maybe we need the Fred Durst, Kodak Black collaboration.
With a posthumous XXX verse.
Right, exactly. So that's what we need to do to heal Florida, and then make it like a tribute song for the hurricane, like a fundraiser song.
I like it.
That's what
like
Florida
it.
needs right now. Crusader, I just love Monster. I also love Monster. My favorite verse is Rick Ross on that. Bitch, I'm a monster, no good blood sucker.
Fat motherfucker.
Right. Hey, the fact that he owned Fat, he should be looked at like Lizzo. Like, he owned it. He would have his shirt off. Like, I'm just saying, we talking about body positivity. You got to start with Rick Ross. Chug 7 to 8 rock monsters in an hour.
Hey, I would have been in the restroom right now.
Hey, he would have been.
Timo knows.
Right, exactly.
Timo 7 or 8.
What's your favorite flavor of Monster?
And why is it regular? It has to be
right?
regular. Hey, if you're that big of a Monster fan, you got to play Death Stranding. They blatantly advertise Monster in that game. Yeah, Norman Reed's character, Sam Porter, drinks Monster, and that's what your character drinks. Yeah, blatant,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Kojima getting that monster money.
I think Monsters, like the best thing that they did as like a marketing idea is Monster was fucking with like motocross type shit, like the BMX.
Right. You know, there's that whole like meme of Kyles, right? Kyles are like, no disrespect, white boys who punch drywalls, ride motocrosses, drink Monsters,
and
wear
listen
that cap,
to Relapse.
Listen to Relapse,
right,
and get into arguments with their moms and such. So there's that, like, there's Karens, and then Karens give birth to Kyles, is what the name is. I got a lot of good friends named Kyle. They are white. I do not believe in that at all, but I do believe that stereotype exists amongst all people.
I bet you that guy, while he's drinking a Monster, is a good time.
Punching dry holes.
Right. Jay-Z said goobers on a verse without writing it down. Goblins, goobers.
He just listed off.
And why do you do it in a Dracula accent too? Like, he's goblin goobler.
There's like a 3-minute YouTube video of Jay-Z just listing off monsters. Of course, they manipulated the voice, but it's legit like a 3-minute video where it goes on and on.
Right.
And on. It's such a meme in itself.
Platypus says he only knows white cows.
Fair, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever known another Kyle.
I think there was that an Asian Kyle? I feel like yes, I did know an Asian Kyle, actually from Milpitas High as well.
I will say though, you know what? Shout out to all my Kyles.
All of the Kyles.
Jarrett, a NASCAR driver from back in the day. Okay. Shout out to him. The Kyles that are keeping the American economy up with their purchases of Ford F-150s. Keep it American, baby. Yes.
All the Kyles for buying those Oakley glasses that you put backwards. Shout outs for keeping Oakley afloat.
Keeping Oakley afloat.
In 2022.
Platypus said Asian Kyle trying too hard. Because you could have went with another one. You know what I'm saying? They took a little chance. Maybe they didn't know what the Kyle was.
Yeah.
But or maybe it's an Asian that's originally from like the South. And it's like Kyle, like we know, so the neighbor used to be Kyle with his, he came through with his
motocross,
the truck with the balls in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
holy shit.
Oh man, Wiener Cross. Shout out to the Kyles who be rocking the shirts with the Wiener Cross on it. Only you know what that means.
Kyles do keeping goatees and stuff.
Wow,
it's one or the other. It's either a goatee or it's no facial hair whatsoever. There's nothing in between or beyond that.
Wow, goatee, Oakley glasses with like a Fox motocross racing hat.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Right.
A wrap. He bring him some about you stopping by 7-Eleven.
Bring him a monster.
Some monsters, man.
There's so many funny memes. There's one where a baby's baptizing, a woman's baptizing her baby with a monster. It's like how you baptize cows. It's just so many.
If you think about it though, like
it's probably better for the baby.
Monster. So like internationally, Red Bull kind of has that market, that energy drink market, right? Then you have like in America, like Coca-Cola, like Sprite, like they have those. I will say on the low. Mountain Dew and Monster energy drinks were like, you know what, let's hit middle America hard. Like, let's get that. Look at the Coastal Elite is going to fuck with the Red Bull, right? Or like the classic Coke. You know, they got the Manhattan office marketing team doing the Coca-Cola. Like, nah, they was like, let's hit the middle of the country. They call them flyover states. We call them fucking money makers. Right, hit that demographic hard. All in the X Games, motocross. So shout out Monster Energy Drink. Shout out, and you know what? Shout out to Middle America. If you are fucking with the book club, we fuck with you. You know, if you fuck with Wiener Crosses, we fuck with you. Haku said, not of this world trucker stickers. You already know.
Yes.
But even this Monster like soups at Mountain Dew. Crusader might be a Kyle. I love Monster and Ford and Die. Hey, look it. I rock with the Kyle though.
I dig it too.
I dig it too. I think it's
I like all those things too.
Bro, have you ever pulled up to a party with like that Kyle through?
They're the best.
Bro, so much fun. They
so
get
much
the cake
beer.
Stands up, going. Hell yeah. Now we fuck with the Kyles on this side. Crusaders, all good. I like energy drinks. I would, if I had to get like Rockstar. I'm a Red Bull person myself, but if I had to fuck with like Rockstar or Mountain Dew, I might go with the Mountain Dew. I might. Dang. It's a very distinct taste. You know what?
Yeah, you're going to say that even though there's the white Rockstar, the sugar-free one that I know you love.
I like that too.
I know you do.
There was what are these 7-Elevens over here? For a while, like last year, they weren't stocking up Rockstars as much as I would have liked it. So anytime they didn't have the Red Bull that I wanted, like the size I wanted, it would either be... Bangs. I was fucking with Bangs,
yeah.
or I was fucking with some Monsters every so often.
Sure.
There's something in that green juice. Like, I get it, man.
I like Monster a lot.
Like, they were the first one too to say, look it, fuck it, that the fucking thermos joint, the fucking huge one. Hey,
those ones are big.
If you fucking with like 6 or 7 of the fucking missile joints, hey man, salute, man, real hero.
Ooh, Haku with the DC shoe references.
You never let see walking in a pair of wow
DVS's
Airwalks.
DVS's with the little pouch on the tongue of the shoe where you could stash. You're supposed to stash your skateboard's bearings in it, but like, if you're skating, you're probably doing other things too. So you're probably stashing something else in there.
Bro, with oil on them and the laces ain't even tied, but they just like frozen position.
Absolutely.
Somehow you can just slide them on right. It was the first slip on the joint, but it had laces though.
We got the paint and game plug.
Look at watch paint and game. The missile joint ones, yes. Crusader already. Hey, look at we right here with it. I feel it.
What's the missile joint ones?
It's the joints that are like the fucking. They're like this big and it's a twist off. Rockstar has it and Monster.
Oh yeah, the big ones that they whenever you you can feel the gas coming out. My favorite though is Monster Import. They come in like thinner, taller cans, and they have like a little twisty top on the right on the lid. Those are pretty good. It tastes slightly different, but if you ever come across it, Monster Import's the one. Yeah, it's not really imported. It's
like a smaller one though.
Nah, it's just thinner, so it's like the can wouldn't be as thick. It'd be slightly thinner, but it is longer. So I think it amounts to the same or maybe even slightly more, but it's slightly taller and it has a different flavor.
Monster knows their market. Absolutely.
Oh, they do.
Damn, I want that Gatorade Zero. I like, my mom put me on the Gatorade Zero. She's somebody who, like, if I ever made like juice, like lemonade or something like that, right? And I give her some, it's always too sweet. So she always will go like right in front of me and like put water in. I was like, I thought it was a good batch, but she has like water everything down, right? Gatorade Zero kind of gives me that vibe though, and I kind of grown to like it. I don't know why it is.
With that hint of sugar.
Yeah. It's like the idea of sugar. Like they thought about it. I fuck with that one. I shotgunned a Monster. This is from Crusader. I shotgunned a Monster in front of a teacher at school, and she just had the look of disappointment. One gulp. Look at all I'm gonna say.
She's disappointed that she can't do that herself.
And what you needed, Crusader. Check me out.
You're a Crusader.
Here, okay? Look. You need to use this moment to propel you further in life. Like when Biggie said his teacher said he wasn't gonna be shit. Take that disappointment she had on her face to prove her wrong. Because look, you got to hold it down for all the Monster drinkers out there, including me. I fuck with Monster. You fuck with, but look, you got to use this as motivation, right? If you're a Kyle, I'll need you to get back on that bike, get back on that motocross bike, get back on that Kawasaki, and let's get it. Team Monster on this side. Platypus is exactly that vibe. You know, the fact that I didn't wear blue liquid was the biggest advertising scam of my. I didn't sweat blue liquid. It was the biggest advertising. You know, Gatorade was really having you think that you was. That was great. That was good marketing. That was good marketing. How many kids? And if you think it's kind of weird, it's like I wanted to sweat orange, but like. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why was that cool? Like, the towel would have been all orange. You know, it's just like...
It's kind of gross, like your shirt.
But I feel it, though.
But it would have, like, if you sweated orange or blue or whatever, like, hey, that guy sports.
Crusaders, I'm going to be a party cow.
Nice. That's what we need. We need more party cows.
Hit the cake stand one time.
Gulp it one time. Disappoint all of the teachers.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what we need.
See, platypus know like the power of cow. You don't right exactly the same power that kept those old DC shoes laces still intact and not turned to dust. Like that kind of power, right? Like the same power of that pack of tank tops from Walmart got going through 7, 8, 10, 15 washes. That's the power we need. The conjure that same like energy that Eminem on Relapse hit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we need to do. I always forgot that I wanted to sweat orange at football practice so bad. Huge disappointment. Right? Exactly. Like why even, just give it to me clear. At that point, like I don't even need all the extra stuff. I don't need the color. But do you ever call are you a color or you flavor guy?
Oh man, I correlate them, man.
Gatorade, are you saying can you get me a blue?
Oh,
or you saying, can you get me a Arctic Rush?
Yeah, I get you. A color, yeah, because I don't even know what it is. I think blue's what, blueberry. What the fuck is blue even? I don't even know. I just drink it. I'm not even sure if red is cherry. Is red cherry?
I think it's fruit punch.
Oh, fruit punch. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I have a theory.
I don't even know what it is. Definitely color guy.
I have an issue.
Yeah.
All right. We've just accepted artificial flavor.
Go ahead. It's just,
you know what I'm saying?
As long
it's
as
like
it's sweet.
We all like if I say grape, right? Grape candy, grape drink, grape soda, whatever. You're gonna have in your head like a taste that's grape, and all of the things that are new stuff that's grape. A grape smoothie is gonna have that, but it doesn't taste like grape at all. It's not tart, right? Orange, we've just kind of let Big Snack. We've let Big Snack just dictate our taste and pervert our mind of the actual origin fruit.
Yeah. You know yeah.
You can't give me a dragon fruit drink, Sobe. I'm calling you out.
Yeah.
You can't give me a dragon fruit drink, but not give me the taste of. What are you just making it up at this point? At this point, you just did a different formula. It was red. You made it red and called it dragon fruit. That's not right. I don't see dragon fruit actually extracted in the ingredients on that.
When we wake up tomorrow, we're going DEFCON 3 on Sobe.
On Lipton.
Come on, trying to like.
The only thing I respect.
Dictating what we should and should not drink and how we should drink it.
Orange juice, apple juice get close. Right.
They get respect.
That tastes like if you were to, I don't know if you ever had fresh orange juice, right? Because it's easier, this is my theory, because it's easier to make it fresh, they have to keep a similar taste because they can't lie to us. We know what apple and orange taste like, right? But with like dragon fruit, they're like, they don't know what dragon fruit is. They're poor. Right? It's like their introduction to dragon fruit is in a fucking Sobe.
Are we even sure dragon fruits are real?
Right. Have you ever actually? No, I've had one. They're expensive.
They're
actually.
Real.
That's how I know that they're fucking lying to you. Just going back here. Color 100%, right? Like you got to go through color.
Yeah.
It's how you have to do.
Big Snack got us under our thumbs. Absolutely.
Right. Frito-Lay, PepsiCo. That's who we're calling out right now. But dragon fruit is pretty good. Apple juice slaps at 3 a.m. There are specific times I like apple juice. It's not an everyday thing. It's not I'm not an apple juice. I go to McDonald's for breakfast. I'm getting the orange juice. Like if I have to get a drink or a coffee, right? I'm not getting the apple juice because to me it's not a breakfast thing. I don't know why. I think McDonald's is trying to like force a square peg in a circle hole. I don't think it's.
I think apple juice and orange juice fall under the same category though. I think for morning drinks it should be either coffee or milk or tea. Anything else is sacrilegious.
you know, Haku is he's agreeing here of this strong opinion on book club. It's like Axe body spray. Like, how did you distill Phoenix into a smell? They just be saying anything for like deodorant.
It's one like
bro.
called Orion, bro.
Right, like I think that Gatorade and like Old Spice basically are handing names back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It's like the deodorant be like Arctic Freeze, and then the blue be like Arctic Freeze. Be like they're sharing them. They're just going back and forth.
Dragon fruit and dragon smell.
They need to like, you know, Axe, don't give me a scent or a flavor. Just tell me when I can wear this. Be like 7th grade PE gym locker room. Like, okay, like maybe not
spray
for me,
twice.
You're being honest here, right?
Just the title is the instructions.
Orange juice for the morning. Apple juice is a sweet treat that couldn't have been set. Matter of fact, this is the thing about orange juice is a little bit it's diverse, and you can heat that up, and now you got a little apple cider. You know what I'm saying? Put a little cinnamon stick, and now you cooking. Now you mean business right now. I prefer apple cider over hot chocolate. That's just me. I feel like apple juice is wildly underrated in its diversity that you could use. You know, I put a little bit when I'm making like ribs in the oven. Yeah. I get like a little bottle, poke like a water bottle, right? Poke a hole at the top, right? Yeah. Throwing a little vinegar, throwing a little apple juice, throw a little honey, a little mustard, shake that thing up, baste it.
If we're getting serious about it, yeah, absolutely. I take apple cider vinegar shots like before I break my fast. So many good things about apple. I love it. You know, it's my shit.
I think
and
that
good call on adding it to ingredients too. It's one of my favorite fruits for real.
Apple vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Is that apple cider vinegar? Yeah. It's I feel like when people are like drink this in the morning, I feel like it's equal to people who tell you, like the same person who tells you to take a cold shower in the morning is the same person that tells you to drink like apple cider vinegar or a shot of that in the morning. And I think it's because like if you can, this is my theory on that, right? I'm sure there's like science or something behind it, but like if you can get through that early in the morning, like you already made this huge hurdle. You know what I'm saying? Because like cold shower sucks. Taking a shower of that sucks. But like mentally, you're like, I could take on the day. Because if I can do that,
it's a good call,
you get to a point of like friction in your life. And it's like, you know what? I can do all things because I just took a cold shower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
the smell sucks, but I don't think it's too bad going down. The one thing that always bothered me was the fact that since it's very acidic, it's bad for your teeth, especially if you like, I take it as a shot and it's there for my mouth for a bit, and I'm either rinsing my mouth right away to get rid of the acidity or just drinking it through a straw. Because I got fucked up teeth as it is. Can't make it worse with the ACV.
Right, exactly.
But it's a good probiotic, though. It gets your stomach churning.
Right. So it's we're going to wrap this up. We already know what next week's album is going to be. It is going to be Limp Bizkit.
Significant Other.
We're doing this for all the Kyles out there. Join us next week. As we
wear your hats backwards.
Get your goatee growing.
Get your goatee going.
You know what it is.
Your black hoodies.
This has been a good one. This has been a fun one. We are the Book Club. Of course, I am James Levine.
And I'm Mohammed.
Make sure you follow us on YouTube, on TikTok. Check those out. We'll see you next Thursday.
Peace.
Have a good night.